address, because the main goal for the support for the webinars like this is to help each of you to feel comfortable and cozy with any indicators that you possess from best order flow. You want to be a great user, tune it up to the like that you can see a miracles on your charts the way that you want it to, that is gonna make sense, and you can like make sense how to trade it because you're able to tune indicators. That indicators tells you the story crisp and clear. Okay, that's the main goal of the support webinars. So now, do you want to guys say anything? Welcome, Oliver or Keith or whoever is here. Just turn on your mic and I give you a step platform to speak, whatever the problems you have, whatever you want me to spend time for. I do have a couple ideas that I want to share with you. But before I do that, welcome you guys.
Hey, welcome. I'm just here listening. You know, I think I came here last week and checked out the webinar, and I did learn a lot. I've been in the hospital for the last month, so I'm just actually coming back out and trading and trying to get caught up on things. But definitely, I have not the order flow one, but it's the one that shows it basically shows the standing orders. I have that one, and yeah, the MBO indicator, and I've been using it. But I think I probably need more. I probably need your other indicator that shows that's similar to Bookmap, that shows all the orders and how long have been lying there. Because just with the MBO indicator, I'm getting a lot of false positives with my trading style. So I'm just trying to figure out what I can layer on top of it to get some better entries. Now, I will say I have been able to pass 6 different combines with your MBO, but at the same time, I'm looking for, I guess, more stringent entries. And so that's why I'm here just listening, trying to figure out what other people are using it with. That's all.
Okay. Nice. Okay. Now I've got, we actually were watching you. I know you from other communities where the people were trying to encourage you that while you were in the hospital. We know about that, and we were like thinking about you. And it's really nice that you came back and you feel at least in a shape to engage again and think about our skills development. Okay, that's really nice. Okay. So now, by the way, behind me on the left side over here, let me go and I wonder, did you download this? This is you can download it from our website now. Just to go to the menu MBO section, MBO, and you can download this presentation. Okay, this is. Do you know about this or not?
Yeah, I think I saw this briefly. I haven't looked directly into it, but I think I saw it briefly in one of your videos when you were highlighting exactly how you trade.
Okay.
So I need to go back and actually study it.
Nice. Now the point is that when we rely solely only on an MBO, and if we don't factor in anything else, then you will get, anybody can get a bunch of false positives. Specifically, by the way, I'm using MBO on the Asian session, on the early Asian session, before London, okay? Now, the volatility looks like starts to calm down a little bit, okay? But still, my favorite spot is the Asian, because on the Asian session, you can it's more predictable. And when you look at the charts, the levels holds better rather than on the New York session. because on the New York session, there's a Sam Bank have agenda. Okay, I'm gonna dump it or I'm gonna buy it, and they do it despite of any trading rules. They don't want to hide. They just when they accelerate in the one direction, they just accelerate and nothing gonna stop them. That's why, like, it was so insane today, even at the London session and early New York session, it was absolutely insane. That's not the market that I trade. That's not the market that I feel cozy, comfortable, that I feel that I understand. I mean, some of you can, okay? But you need to have a double precautions and use other confirmations. So now this presentation that I have, I mean, the slides, at least they are saying how I'm thinking, okay? Now, it talks about engineering, like what's the MBO, because most people have no idea what's the MBO, right? But then I have like a bunch of rules that my recommendations would factor in, okay? And examples. I actually was able to do some video examples as well. That's my version 2. I am not sharing yet the version 2, but I do have, okay? Now, for example, I'm saying about the Asian session specifically, and I'm comfortable to trade ES for ticks, although I know usually the price bounds 8 to 10 ticks now with this volatility on an Asian session. Is that possible? Absolutely. And on NQ or MNQ, it bounds 10 to 20 ticks, but I'm conservatively putting over here only 4 to on ES is 4 and on NQ is 6 to 8. This is by design, because if I wanted to get a consistent results and being absolutely at peace that the system that I'm using absolutely working, and I don't want to goof myself, so I want to get this 100%, 100%, 100%, 100%, and 100%. Then you will realize this is all you needed. So my point is, when I trade now, I trade only and specifically the price bounce, like you're seeing right over here. You see, like over here, that's a price bounce. Let me see my screen. Do I see my screen right now? Oh, okay. This is the price bounce, right? This is the only things I'm. And now let me share. Like maybe some of you will think that it's kind of redundant, but if you take a look at the charts, at any chart, let's say whatever the chart is, like this chart, you see what happens most of the time when we're trading. Okay, let me make it larger. Okay, when we trade, we like starting somewhere, like I don't know, whatever you start. Let's say we're starting somewhere here. We figure out that there is like a reversal, right? We're seeing that there is a support. This is the price. The way it's going perfectly by the Vyckoff structure. Perfect support, perfect reversal. So let's say you're gonna enter somewhere like on this support or on this support. So you enter into the trades, right? Usually, right? And then you have to think about what's gonna happen with the price. Will the price stops over here, or will it goes higher than the previous stop? Okay. So where to exit or where to enter again? How long you need to keep the trades this long or this long, or when the price is actually going up and down, you like hitting over here, like, okay, I'm gonna exit. Oh, too early, right? So you need to read kind of like eyeballing all of the structure, and if you have a bunch of experience, you can actually predict the price will go something like this, because this one Let me clean it up, because this one, there's a bunch of structures over here. There's a bunch of situations right here. Like, for example, like this one. This is a classic triangle. It's just a classic triangle. But most people online, they don't understand the heck of the triangles. Why? Because they're predicting that the price is going to go up. No, this is this is without understanding the psychology of the triangles and without seeing the level 2 data. You see that there's a level 2 data sitting right here. We know this is the resistance. This is the only, I mean, the people on a price action don't see this particular level of resistance. They have no idea, but we do. We're seeing it right over here, and we're seeing right over here. Now, why this is the classic triangle? Because in a classic triangle, price goes both directions. And if it goes in the first one direction first, then it goes into the second direction after that. So the goal for the triangle, at least this one, I mean, this triangle, so the price is going to collect something what's on the left side, and you can actually see in this triangle, oops. Okay, you can see this triangle as well. This is the larger triangle, right? So we kind of like a frame inside of the frame, right? So now the price is attacking this top and this bottom. That's the goal, to collect whatever is sitting over here and sitting over here. That's why the price is going shooting up, collect on the one side, the stops on the left side, and then going to do the same things on the right side. You see? This is the classic triangle. If we don't understand this, that's not a classic triangle. Yeah, that's actually classic triangle, but with market, yeah, I call it price marker. Price, not the market maker, but the price maker. Okay, I call it price maker. That's in my own terminology, okay? Because there's a bunch of the market makers. So now, if you understand how to read this, you can predict that there will be a large swing down, and you can collect all of that. Now, so this is like, you need to be experienced to eyeball the charts long enough to see the structure right away. By the way, I didn't prepare it for you guys to explain it. I just see it automatically, okay? Now, and I released a few, I mean, a few courses on the price action a few years ago. So I used to teach it now, but we do have the level 2 data. This is the historically on a heat map. We're seeing that this somebody was sitting there for a long time, and we're seeing that passive order 181 sitting there for quite a while. Somebody was sitting here 440, but they were a short period of time. They actually withdraw. They actually flip out. They gone. So, but somebody had a serious intention over here. We know it. Will they turn into the icebergs? It's possible. Okay. This passive in the red, passive order 440. Is that possible that they can do some, like, now they hidden? They decide not to show themselves, but they can act over here. That's why it's important to see the heat map. Okay. Now, I spent like 5 minutes to explain you what I see on the chart, right? But with the MBO, with this sniper MBO method, I don't have to think about what is the trend, what is this channel, because every trend in every channel is supposed to be being broken. That's the only purpose for this channel. I don't even have to think about that. I don't have to think about ranges like, okay, what is this range, or what is this range, or whatever the intermediate ranges, like this reversal range, right? I don't have to think about it. Guys, The beauty of the Sniper MBO is I have only one single idea, just one single freaking idea. And what is this? It is, no, let me go to the very beginning, okay? One single idea. That's why it is, it's really only to follow the rules. And all I expect, I put my limit order, limit order somewhere like, okay, I put my limit order one tick below or above or below, right? Whatever it depends, right? Or right there under this price where I see the enormous price, abnormal volume, right? And this abnormal volume sitting there for a while, and it's close to the price execution, close to the largest order sitting here, close to the being executed over here, not like really far away. So, and that's the only conditions practically on these slides. And all I want like when the price is like far away, and then it's just like strike, boom, and bounce. I need to think about how much time do I have to think about the trend momentum? What the momentum for the trend, this way or this way? Not really. Although it may help, guys, it definitely may help if the main trend is going this way and I see the pullback somewhere like over here and there's a huge level there and the pullback is just sometimes they do this, strike this level and go down. That being in my favor, right? Absolutely. This is more favorable situation. By the way, I'm not describing it yet. I should on the slides. It's more favorable situation than if I simply put my price, my order right here, whereas somebody other powerful sitting there for a long time, and I simply expecting the price bounce. This is it. I don't have to think about ranges. I don't have to think about the price action. I don't have to think about anything. And on these slides, by the way, I like it. On this slide, you see, all I care about, how strong is this level, how long this level is sitting on a heat map, if they're going to flip or not. That's it. And then I have a simple rules, how many points I'm going to take into profit. That's it. Obviously, I took more over here than I supposed to. But when you confident that you can always get 4 or 8 ticks, depending on the instrument we're talking about, right? When you get confident, you can load 5 contracts, 10 contracts, 20 contracts, 100 contracts, whatever amount of contracts you want to load it. And this is like such a absolutely no-brainer system, except, yeah, when I show you it's doing this, and if you get the level over here, strong level, then you definitely can play this kind of bounce. Yes, definitely toward the trend. That's it. It's just gonna help you. Okay, but not necessarily. All I do is I put where's my chart? Any chart. Any chart. Okay, whatever. Whatever. I'm gonna put my chart over here. Do you guys see my chart? I hope you guys seeing my chart. Okay. Do you guys see my chart? Okay. So all I do, like I was trading last night as well. So all I do is I'm just like, take a look, what's going on? What is the strongest price level I see over here? Okay, 113, pretty good. You compare with the 20, above and below 20. There's some 40 I see over there, but most of it at 110. Yeah, it's pretty good. Is this order close to the execution? Yes. This 25 a little bit far, but they're not at the end. They're not at the top. Oh, this one is probably. Let me. Okay. So there's some other small orders sitting at the top, because it's a simple idea. You don't need to follow the market maker who always on the top. Market makers is always on the top, flipping from one price to another. We don't follow them. I guys explain it to you. You're probably already sick of me telling about it. And usually they like, what is this? This is the ES, and they like sitting with the equal orders, like this 20 and what, this 20 or this 20, this 20, this 20. You see guys over here and over here. This is a market maker. No, maybe it's not. Because this one is yes. This one is market maker. Why? Because it's sitting on very top left. There's a not really close to the execution. They're always flipping. So I don't encounter them. So all I do is like, okay, there's a long, somebody is sitting there for a while, 111. They're sitting there for a long time. Nice. We have a filters to do this on the heat map, right? That's why the filters are really there. Okay, so we filter out significant levels. That's it. And now, look, this is the New York time, right? So we have hit the resistance, pretty clever resistance. Now, oops, you can actually go and analyze every level, like this one, why the price is reacted, and you see the amount of volume over here. Analyze when prices reacted from here, but this is the New York session. I do this same on the Asian session, and then I'm like, okay, I'm scrolling down. You see this level pretty low, pretty large, 224. This is on ES, not so bad. So I simply place my order right there, and I go and put my alarm. If the price is coming here, down over here, I'm like, oh, okay. I don't have to think how the price is gonna get here. This is my point again. I don't have to think how the price will get to my level. Like, for example, I don't have to think how soon the price will reach this particular level. I don't have to think about this. If we're trading with the ranges and whatever we usually trade, we always spend much more time over analyzing to compare with the MBO Sniper MBO method, because all we do, okay, you see this fruit is hanging out, really nice. So,
hey, you hear me real quick?
Yes, go ahead.
Oh yeah, so basically what you're saying, like I'm distilling what you're saying right now, is that the MBO plus the heat map is better used on the Asian session, because as of right now, like you're showing us, that level that you've been highlighting, I can't see the exact numbers, but this level here would be a perfect setup that you would take by putting your limit order like maybe one tick above that level and then just waiting for the bounce.
Now, I'm not giving advice about this particular situation, but it seems to me, yes. Now, then the other components or rules in this presentation, which you can download, there's 10 rules I have. For example, when the price is, let's say if price is, see, I like when the price is striking high, excuse me, when there's an extension like this, when there's a candle like extended really significantly in one direction, I really like that, because when the price reaching with an extension like that, any level, usually it bounces. Okay, but when you see these small candles like this, and if the price is approaching some kind of level. Let's say there's a level right here, right? I can't draw it with my mice, okay, with my pointer. But let's say there's some level over here or above, but the candles are very short. When candles are very short, that means they're not gonna bounce. They're probably gonna eat out that level. Even that level is very strong and large and sitting long time over there. But you see, with the extension like this, let me see what with the extension like, oh, this is really nice. This is really nice. And this is really nice. Usually, like in a situation like this, the price will do whatever, and then it will create some space before it's gonna reach this level. And if that strikes from far away, it creates more chances to return. Okay? So that's why, and it's all I do. I follow these rules. And okay, let me. So let me go to the rules again. Okay, that's one of the rules, okay? The volume size, it's supposed to be like an abnormal, right? To compare with this average over here. Okay, abnormal is easy to understand. Then how far the largest, let's say this is the largest, okay, 25, sitting from the price execution. Oh, not so far, only 4. That's good. But if the same order is sitting on top, I'm not going to rely on this order because it's sitting on top on the left over there. Okay. So this is the rule. You see, the distance to the Q, the distance to the Q, the shorter, the more reliable this order is. Because we don't want to get into the flipping situation when the order is sitting there and then they just like flip out before the one tick before the price is actually reaching. If the price is reaching and somebody large like this flip out and move away, then I'm going to stop my order. I'm just going to stop it. And that's my rule. Many times price will, in some circumstances, price will bounce it. Yeah, you will see the price will bounce because there is some iceberg maybe involved, some whatever. But so far in my book, in my set of rules, you see, I have the set of rules. Okay, distance, it's one of the rules. Another, speed and imbalance. Okay, now when I explain it that when the price now is coming from the bottom, right? Going up. Is that right or not? Oh, no, excuse me. The price is actually was coming from the top, okay? And this is the range, right? This is the very range. The longer the range, the better for me. Usually from the range like that, when there's like prices just like in this range, there will be extension. You see this one candle, this is the 30 seconds time frame, right? One candle, bam, and my price was sitting right here, exactly right here. Okay, actually it was sitting one tick above right here. So the price strike from the distance. You see this distance? How do you know what is the distance? Look, other candles is short like this. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So there's about like 6, 7 candles in average can be here. Does it say that this candle is extended? Absolutely. 7 times larger than the average candle and candles on the left. And this is really nice. When the price is striking into my order sitting here, even if it's breakthrough, usually it's like, I mean, I already know from experience. You need to know your experience. Usually it goes like, oh, okay, 4 to let's say 6 candles, breakthrough, and then it's bounce. Why is it bouncing? Everybody needs to listen to me with both ears right now. Not only because of this order, which was abnormal, right? 68 to compare with the 35, 30, whatever sitting here, and the other orders were like smaller. Okay, 68. But because we understand when the price create this extension, it's called imbalance. It always wanna come back into this area, into this area, and retrade those areas, or even those areas retrade, okay? So when this is extension, let's say in ideal situation, I know that the price will come back to where? To the range. This is my order. You see that? I know that usually, maybe not in instance, but this is the basics of the price action. If you guys don't know this, I don't know what you're doing in the market. I mean, like, sorry guys, there's no excuses. And I explained it that like 2 times, 3 times, 4 times, again and again and again. What we're seeing, this is the one factor that this is extension with imbalance inside of that, and there is our price level with some whale on a level 2 is buying. So what we do, we combine the power of the whale to buy with the structure of the price. That price will eventually somehow return into beginning of this range. So there's the 2 factors right now. So my point is, if we only use MBO on the right side, and we don't understand how to read the charts, see in situation like that, then we will always get some misunderstanding why in some circumstances we've got the price bounced the way we expected and another is not. So this situation, when this situation arrives, it's so clear. It's so nice. You know, you can strike like more contracts. You can increase your risk because chances going very, very high. So it is very highly predictable. What I'm talking about this Sniper MBO, it is very highly predictable if we follow some of the rules. I come up with my rules myself. When? At the same time when I release this indicator to all of you. Okay? So I explained this kind of imbalance, blah, blah, blah. On these slides, it's bouncing because of the imbalance and because of our abnormal level and all of this kind of stuff. And when price is approaching the large level, 157, but it's approaching slowly and it's kind of almost touching it. If it's touched once, or maybe close to touching 1, 2 times, 3 times, 4 times, the next it's gonna eat it out. Was there a reaction? Yes. But me, I'm not factoring this reaction. Okay? When I see my rule is, when I see that the price is 1 touch, 2nd touch, 3rd touch, 4th touch, then I'm removing my order from here. That's it. I'm not executing. I'm not participating. This is my rule. You can do whatever you wanted to if you want to include this. I mean, if, okay, whatever. But you come up with your own rules. You can follow my rules, but this is my experience. Okay. So when I came up with my rules, then I know what I don't do. And when I remove my orders, so there's a bunch of rules in this presentation you can download like this, and you can factor them on into your trading system. So Oliver, is that relevant to you, or you already know this?
Sorry. Yeah, this is relevant to me. I definitely understand it. One of I think the biggest thing for me now is I probably just need to get the heat map piece as well, so that, because that'll help identify those locations where I need to strike.
Yeah, the heat map shows historically how serious this person is.
Mhm.
If they just show up on an MBO, I want to see because some levels like some. Where's my charts? Where's my charts? Some of them sitting long time ago, like not long time ago. Sorry for the English. For the long time, they're sitting there like for a while. And when they're like sitting there for a while, and I see like last night there was some situation. I actually have a video. There was some order was sitting there for a long time like this. I mean, you probably don't see it for a long time, really long time on an Asian session. And when it came to me to like, should I, and it was very close to the execution to the queue, it was actually number one. So there were nobody. If the price will come, they will like, if price will strike like very fast, then that large order will be involved. Okay. And I'm like, dude, this is perfect. And I made 3 trades last night based on this. I mean, actually 2 trades. And they were like, when the price broke the level, I was like at peace. Why? Because I know the price will. There's a few other kind of things going on when the price is bouncing. There's other participants maybe involved, different kind of participants. But I'm not like diving into that because there's a. So anyway, these rules that I have, they're like very like simple, okay? But then, like for example, like that was absorption, right? This hat is absorption because this somebody 2 days ago it was a market open in Asia, and somebody put like you see this 1,080.84. This is the delta. Okay, that was large. That was like so somebody was selling here. Okay, selling here. Okay, so anyway, then they removed this 35. But the price was like 99, 100, 44, 45, 67, 17, 63. And I removed my order was sitting here. I remove it because I know it was one touch, second, I mean, 5 touches, 5, 6, 7 touches. The price will go through. I don't know the time when it will go through, right? But you see, the price went through. So I know I'm not expecting the bounce from here. So there's a few, it takes observation for us. Okay. Because when in some days, and I want to say it, when in some days, price is simply seeing a large level, 100, 164, 129, 152, 179, 102. And it's simply going and going and going and going and going. And nothing is going to stop it. Nothing. There were reactions. You can say that there were like this is the 30 seconds. All my charts are 30 seconds, most of them. No reaction. No reaction. No reaction. No reaction. No reaction. Yeah, there was a reaction over here. It was actually 200, and there was a reaction. Yes. But when I saying situation like that, what conclusions do I make? My conclusion, if price decided to go, like I said, if some hedge funds or whatever the agenda is on the market, they simply gonna go one direction and nothing is gonna stop them. I have only one way. I join them in that direction, and I'm not expecting any bounce. So I'm not using my market MBO sniper MBO in circumstances like that. I am not. It's stupid. So just a common sense. So again, when the price decide to go through, nothing is going to stop it. and you need to accept it. I mean, I need to accept it and simply observe the price is going and going and going and going. Yeah, the price actually start bouncing over here and reversing, because I don't know even why. But with the Sniper MBO, I don't even have to make analysis of the charts. That's my point. I can make analysis of the charts. Yeah, as you probably already know me well enough that I can sit and like I put like a week ago a one video, 2 hours video where I analyze every freaking second what's going on the chart and why price is going where it's going. It was not only just saying it, it was predicting the price, if you notice it. Okay, there's a video right there on YouTube. It's kind of bright yellow thumbnail, and 2 hours. And at the end of these 2 hours, I made the MBO execution. Okay, I made it. So, but I spent 2 hours waiting for it. And I decided, okay, I'm going to narrate you guys what I see on the chart. So chart reading is important, absolutely. But you need to accept that, like, if I may deny myself, no, price we're going to bounce because it's 129, or because it's like this one, or because of this one, and I deny myself of the what I see with my naked eye, the price is just going and going and going, and the price will go and go and go. So in the circumstances like that, okay, I'm not gonna reading 10 commandments for you like Moses to people at the at the mountain and saying, oh, you guys sinners, right? No, that's not my point. My point is that there is some other cofactors. So this chart, do I do this chart? Absolutely. Make this chart, collect the information, what's like, make it even more simple, okay? Because it's like a little bit too sophisticated. But this is for me, okay? Copy this and make it twice simpler, and at least you start to collect and notice what's going on the chart. Okay, I'm not gonna stop on this, but then look, there's another rule, okay? There's another rule, okay, which I explained it. Then there's like these two touches rule, I want to go and explain something new. Okay, you see this like over here, that was exactly the same probably chart. The price decide to go after the range. You see this range? Long horizontal sidewalk, and boom, the price just like, fuck everybody. I don't care. The price decided to go one direction, and usually after the longer the range, the higher the time frame, the better it's gonna go one or another direction. Okay. So, and price doesn't care about these little dudes that we may think, oh, there's a like enough. This is abnormal value. No, for this price, it was just like, excuse me, nothing is abnormal for me. I'm gonna digest anything. No resistance. Okay. Now, I want to show you something. Spoofing. For example, okay, when we're seeing the spoofing like that, we need to think about it. Okay, because spoofing may play the role. You need to like decide what you're gonna do about spoofing. Okay, because there was some reaction over here. Anyway, I want to show you something else. This is the video. Okay, I want to show you something else. Go for okay. Oh yeah. This is I put the word advanced because it's like not in my first version for the Sniper MBO. This is more advanced, okay? When I see that there's a historical cluster, this is, what is this, 86 and 37, happens over here, 120, whatever, 120 happens over here, okay? So then when the price, and this is the black screen because there's a time, like a couple hours, whatever, and when the prices start descending into the same area, I know that the large clusters like that previously, and somebody previously was sitting there on a level 2, there will be reaction on that. Yes. So the price strike with a long extension and bounce. I mean, actually, it's a breakthrough this price level, and then it's bounced up. Why? Because of this freaking cluster was sitting there on the left long time. Okay. This is the cofactor. Sometimes it can be a factor, sometimes it's not. There may be more than one. You see also this on a footprint. So this green zones, this is the imbalance. It is a stocked imbalance. This is a one stocked imbalance. This is another stocked imbalance. And the price went through this weak level, let's say, but previously it was strong, right? But came over here, bounced from the imbalance zone. This is a stocked imbalance, and get reaction. So my point on this very slide, which I don't explain, I'm just gonna do it right now. When you like putting your bets on a particular level where you execute, think about what's below. If there is an imbalance zone like this, that can be a secondary resistance, right? Or maybe right below over here, there is another strong level sitting there on a level 2. So if price will break through, it will bounce maybe not from the first level where you put your execution, but or order, it will bounce from the secondary resistance. That's why I call it advanced strategy. Okay. But it's kind of like a step into being more conservative than aggressive on the market. See what I mean? So there's a bunch of rules that it is. There's another things I wanted to show because this one. Okay. But I'm gonna stop right now, and before I'm gonna spend my time, I want to hear your feedback about this, guys. Is that helpful?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna sip some of my coffee.
Yeah, this has been very helpful. Sitting here listening to you while I'm cooking dinner. Question for you: agent session. What time does the agent session officially start? So right now it's 8 p.m. Eastern here in the U.S. So when would you consider the start of the agent? I've heard different times, so I'm just trying to get an idea of what you.
Oh, okay. You can you can find an indicator for Ninja, or you can find an indicator for TradingView. But the rule when a session starts, it's when the market opens at the local time, usually at about 8 or 9. So here is the general principle. If the market opens in New York at 9, it starts the New York I mean, is that open at 9:30 or 9? I forget. Anyway, but it starts in Tokyo 8 o'clock, right? At the morning. So Tokyo is actually part of the Asian, but the Tokyo starts, I mean, the Asian session starts, in Sydney. When? It starts right immediately after this break. Do you see, guys, my chart? After this break. You see this break? This is the end of the New York session on the left, right? This one. And then this line, vertical line, okay? And then after the break, there's a 1 hour break, right? The Sydney starts over here. Sydney is a part of the Asian session. Then by whatever local time in Tokyo, 8 o'clock, whatever, the Tokyo plugs in and there's a little bit more volatility with that. Okay. So the Asian session goes up to the London local time. I think it's 8 o'clock in London time, in local time. This is the Asian session between, before the London time, it's an Asian session. Okay. Now, for me, London session is already like, it's like midnight, and I prefer to go to bed. And with the latest volatility, I don't even try to, because in sometimes in the last a few weeks, the London session was too volatile. Sometimes it was okay. So it looks like the volatility coming down, calming down as well. And it's really nice, but we are not yet in a normal volatility. Okay. So Asian session for me is really good. And I can show you some tricks. Now the Asian, what you need to know about the Asian session and understanding what's the Asian session. Let me create a new slide. Do you want to guys hear this or not? I'm going to make a new slide. Okay. So now, oops, what did I have done? I click on something. Okay. Okay. I'm gonna draw something over here. The basic rule of the Asian session is the Asian session is doing something, whatever it's doing. Then the London is coming. I'm gonna do red, right? Because London is red. Okay. The goal for London session is to grab that liquidity or stops you, whatever you want to call it, and oops, why is it so? And actually betray these borders, okay? So violate these borders. So the Asian session can build something like ups and down, whatever it is. And the London is going to do this and do that, okay? Like do this and blah, 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 and do this, okay? So that's because they want to be, volatility on a London session is higher than on an Asian session. It's usually going to do one or another or both of the sides. And when the New York is coming, and this is like basics, but it's super important, and the New York is coming and it's going to violate the previous stops over here, okay? Boom, whatever it is, and violate this bottom and do whatever it's needed to do. But that's the goal of next session will most likely to violate previous session tops and bottoms. This is a basic structure, not always works perfect like that, but I actually have a course on the sessions. Now you can go and find search online. I think I found in the past a indicator for the sessions for the Ninja and install it. Okay. I don't remember what from whom it was, but basically my very simple rule is and I highly recommend to any of you that when you have your Ninja, set it up for New York time. Okay. So I know at what time New York opens, and I know this is a New York time, and it's gonna be. And by the way, if some of you sitting on another languages, and you may be using Ninja on another language, I highly recommend to switch back to United States. Okay, because of the day and time format, and this way you can avoid some of the mistakes. Anyway, did I answer your question?
Yep. Thank you.
Okay. Okay. Now let's take a look at this. And this is the advanced. Okay. You don't have to be crazy like me. You don't have to think about it. But that was a good situation last night. And that's why last night or 2 nights ago, that's why I put it over here. So why do I have a footprint? And people saying me, hey, Oleg, you already have an MBO. You already have a heat map, right? Yes. But you see me having these imbalance zones over here, right? That may play a role for me to analyze the chart, or like historically over there, or one of them over here. It's a semi-transparent. I kind of faded away on the background, so so it's not really jumping from the chart, but it's right there. The single imbalance zone is really, I found it super powerful. Okay, we have this feature on our footprint now. Look. Okay, why do I need to look at this? Like, okay, what's called unfinished business? By the way, fortunate if I'm incorrect or any of you think that I'm making mistake, please correct me. Okay, because I never seen somebody explain it so clearly, and I will try to do it at least for my mind. Okay, um, you see this at the very top over here. What happens right here? What happens is what happens that there is like this bubble is 25, then 20, then 29. Together, it's about what? 40, 50, whatever, 55, whatever it is, right? Those people were intended to buy with the hope that price will go higher. But what happens that somebody sold them here on a level 2 and didn't let them go higher. Okay? Now we call it unfinished business because these orders still sitting there over here. They're not being closed. I can't say that it happens every time, but sometimes if this is like a strong participant, they let price go down, but they still holding and holding and holding. Okay. And then they let the price go down, and then especially when I see the channel like this, I know this channel is for price reversal. It's like I have a one single freaking rule about the channels. The channel is built only for one reason, for the price to come back, okay, to break this channel. That's only one single freaking reason. Okay, now when I seeing that, and I see that this guy's stuck over here, they're being trapped, their orders being trapped right over here. Ooh, it rotates. Okay, fantastic. They're being trapped over here. Then the price, look at the one moment in time after short. Notice this is the very short candle, shorty. It strikes up. And what was the goal for the price to come at the same price level? To unlock these dudes sitting right over here, to unlock them. That was the goal. Now, right here on the same price level, like this people seeing there, this is the larger. I just like make it larger. This top, and you see there's like a 2 on a selling side and 3 on a buying side. Okay, the perfect if this very tippy top over here will be like 0 and 0. This is finished business. When nobody is fighting at the top, nobody is fighting at the top. Okay? Nobody is fighting. That means the price is not intended to move higher. That's it. Nobody fights there. Because what was the goal for the price to come back? Why price swinging dramatically over here? It's accumulated during the descendants. Now we've got this power to strike back and unlock this sitting in the trap. Okay. So the footprint shows me bid and ask, whatever it is, and I can analyze, is that finished business sitting over there, or it's it's finished business over here, or it's unfinished business over here. I can see on every candle what's going on. And sometimes it provides, I mean, let me do a disclaimer, guys. Okay, one single disclaimer. The same indicator I can read in more than one way. The same indicator, okay? It's not always that when you're seeing the bubbles, that means that it's unfinished business and price have to come over here and unlock them. Not always, not 100%. But what we're seeing clearly over here, it was absorption. Those three green bubbles, it was absorption on a level 2. Level 2 was absorbing, and I knew, just, I don't know, sometimes when you look at you can be very confident. I knew that since it was absorption, the price, what? The price will go down. It's already went down. But then when it strikes up, I knew that the price still will go down because those who were absorbing on a level 2, let me draw them with the blue maybe. Those who were absorbing here on a level 2, their orders were on a level 2. They're actually resellers, right? So I'm going to draw them with the red. The sellers on the level 2 were sitting here, right? I mean, first, excuse me, let me be correct. They were sitting right over here, right? They were sitting right over here. Then there's a chance that they will react again over here. So when price actually strike that same price level, those guys may do icebergs or another absorption, and the price supposed to go down. That is the excellent point for entry, not for the MBO. But if you see, yes, of course, if you like, if you're seeing there's like a large sitting number, volume sitting right there, definitely, that's really good point. If this volume, like significant over here, abnormal, and it's slightly above this, it's a good point to short, right? But at this time, there were no significant level 2 sitting over here. And so I did not participate it. But in other systems, not in the Sniper MBO, that's a good position to enter into the short. Okay, that's why I call it advanced, because with the Sniper MBO, we can do 3 trades instead of 1. But it's only after like you play it for a year or 2, and you will do it naturally. You may do a 3-way execution, execute 3 orders instead of 1. Not always, but in some situations. Okay, when it's just like really perfect, and you can read the chart, and you're like, I can understand what's going on, and it's a perfect. And what's come up with a very perfect situation that you can read it 100%, mean do it. But if you are not certain, you're just learning it, then you just learn it. You need to read. You need to read these bubbles. Maybe as an absorption, that price may never come back, but in this situation, price came back. And why I know it's gonna go down, because at the TP top it was very small. Ideally 0 and 0, or maybe 0 1, okay, or maybe 1 0, whatever it is. The lesser the number, less than 2 or 3, the better to say that this movement going up is not going more higher, much higher. This is the finished business. This is how we know that the price is exhausted right over here. This is another, I can say it's an exhaustion over here. And this is the trapped buyers sitting over here on the finished business. And this is the whole situation is to unlock them. When the price unlock that fulfilled its objective, then after the price fulfilled the objective, it will simply gonna go down and continue the same trend direction. And this is the best way to do a long trades into the short. I mean, it is just like perfect. Okay, but Maybe for some of you, it's like too sophisticated, too complicated. I simply explain it the way I explain it. And I wanted to show some of you who may be quite curious about situations like that. Okay. And yeah. So at the very beginning, I don't recommend people to follow advanced slides if I even release them. But basically, there's a more and more. So every week, I'm adding more slides into this presentation because I'm thinking about that. I'm making screenshots, and that's exactly what I recommend to each and every one of you to make your own presentation, to make your own screenshots. I can show my folder for screenshots. One of the screenshots. Okay, I'm not gonna. Okay, now okay. Let me stop it and let me listen to you guys. Okay, I'm listening.
Yeah, I think one of the most. Oh, go ahead. Go ahead. Just talking. Okay. So I think one of the important things on there is that when you see that it's done up there, that you actually wait to make your entry in a different spot, because that way you know that it doesn't continue.
Yeah, look behind me. Look behind me. You see that it's just going down, right? It doesn't matter where you enter.
The wrong pictures up there.
All right. Okay. Okay. Now, when you know that the okay, just a second. So I call it a price cycles. Okay, I don't know whoever teach it, or maybe I never seen somebody else teaching it. I don't know why people don't teach it. But this is what I revealed like a few years ago. What we're seeing over here on this slide, on this situation, is that the price fulfilled its objective. What was the objective? To unlock these guys, right? The objective was to unlock these guys, right? To unlock them, to unlock them. So when price done, whatever it's done, and came back with the agenda, who is doing this? Is it the market? No. It's not the market who is doing it. It is some maybe one or two participants who worry about themselves right sitting right there, or a market maker, one or another, whatever. It can be market maker, absolutely. But I call it price maker without divisions on a market makers, because there's a bunch of them, okay? I'm calling it a price maker. Basically naming that the price have like a host or a maker that have in mind what's to do. That's the idea. So the price have in mind to come back over here, and when it came back, it's fulfilled its agenda. It's unlocked this sitting ducks, sitting traps, right? And when price fulfill its agenda, and this is the price cycle, when the price fulfilled its agenda and completed this price cycle, then price usually goes very fast toward the main trend it's supposed to go. It's just a stop, fulfill its agenda, and keep going. And this movement usually is longest, and doesn't matter where you enter over here. Doesn't really matter. I mean, you can be more or less lucky. You can use your own system. You can use a bunch of different systems. Two crossing EMA can be, I mean, there's like hundreds of different systems can be used by you, whatever favorite it is. But on this direction, when the price is going down, after it's fulfilling its objective, you always will be, just with the patience, you always will be right. If you're shorting over here, you will close it in profit. Not every single time, but you take the statistics, you will know it. That's my point. And I don't know why people don't teach the price cycles. I'm not seeing anybody teaching price cycles like what I just explained it to you. Because this pattern is, it was exactly my, guys, I'm like, Fortune, maybe you remember that. What I was explaining, how I made my first large money. My first large money I was making, I made on the Forex at that time. I was trading Forex like every stupid. Okay, now look. The idea, the one single system that I learned that still works today. Okay, when price is going, do you guys see my slide?
Yeah, we see it.
And then when you're seeing something like this, okay, it can be like more irregular or whatever, and then it goes opposite direction on a very strong candle. You can call it impulse, you can call it extension, whatever, but it's going against the main trend. Crazy like this. So usually there's like a small candles over here. The smaller, let me make it more like classic, okay? It's gonna go teeny, and boom, okay? After this, price usually will be ended up over here. It's only matter what the price is doing over here, how it's gonna do. I call this tops waterfall. When you're seeing two waterfall, a third one is just like guaranteed you're gonna get it. Guaranteed you're gonna close in profit. But you don't have to wait until the waterfalls with the tops like this. You can actually look or that over here on a smaller time frame is gonna be a Wyckoff. Whatever. It's gonna be like, okay, whatever, figure like that. Wyckoff structure right over here on a smaller time frame. It can be look ugly, not perfect like what I just draw, but it can be, it will strike it and it's gonna go down. Or EMA, I was using, I think 13 or 14 EMA and 50. At that time, when I learned this system, and it still works. Okay, I'm gonna change the color. And when those two EMAs, they cross somewhere like over here. Oops, why is that not green? That's not green, okay. They cross somewhere like over here once, or maybe cross it over here second time. I know that this is a reversal. Usually when the price strike like this and then reversing over here, I'm going a smaller time frame, because over here I can be like sitting on an hour, 30 minutes, 15 minutes, 5 minutes. Okay. Then I'm going to 5 minutes again over here and looking for the 14 or 15 EMAs to cross, or once or two times or three times. It depends on how aggressive you want it to be. Or you're looking for the structure, it's called Wyckoff, boom, and it's going to go down. Okay. And I can re-enter a few times over here. But I know the goal, what I'm saying is that nobody teach is that this is, let's say, when you can make a conclusion that right here, there was a reason why the price came back. There was a reason. Maybe there was a range. order block or another objective. The price must come back over here. And when the price finish its objective, by saying objective, I mean the idea, goal, task it's needed to fulfill. Then the price, usually this is the sweetest, longest trades. I actually have I have actually 2 or 3 videos in English on my channel that explains that, by the way, in a different ways. But I explain it, okay? So, but this is the basic generic things that my eyes are tuned to, and it always works. And I even never thought about that. The things that I'm gonna talk with you, like over here, is gonna be fit into the same structure, but it's actually fit into the same structure. You see, it's a universal. It works on many different time frames, but it is the strongest, longest. It is when price finish objective. Why I'm saying objective? It can be different objective, but it is the goal. It is the objective over here. When the price finish its objective, there's nothing to do for the price over here anymore because it's not reversing. If it's gonna reverse, you will see a different structure over here. Okay, it will find it. It will look for the support somewhere down or whatever, and it's gonna bounce again. It will looking for a support, but it's not looking for support right now. It's going down. So anyway, I try to make myself clear. I don't know, is that helpful or not?
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah, this stuff, what I just shared with you, is just like jumping on me from the charts. And Oliver, if you are there, one of the reasons I talk about this is because I'm not just trading the MBO levels. My MBO levels, their primary goal, and when I said that, like over here, like on this chart, do you see it? The situation right now? Somebody is sitting there for a while, right? Fantastic. Now, what other factors you seeing on this very screen? What other factors? The cool factors. Okay, let me make a screen capture of this, and I'm gonna draw on this chart because see, my mind and my eyes always seeing more than what I'm saying. Okay. Oh, I can do it. Do you guys see me drawing, right? Look, what's going on? If I want to put my order right here, right? I mean, close somewhere like here.
See the unfinished business screen.
Uh-huh. Okay, just a second. Let me see what you're saying. I see. Oh, okay. Okay, just a second. Okay. So I need to change this. Just a second. Thank you for saying this. I'm gonna change this. I'm gonna do stop streaming. Okay, and I'm gonna do again, and I'm gonna do entire screen. Okay, and I'm gonna do what is this? Okay, I think this one. Okay, here we go. Yeah. Now, look what's going on this chart right now. If I wanna enter into buying, if I'm thinking about, you see this abnormal on level 2, and I want to enter into a buying one tick above, what other factors I see on this chart that may be co-factors? Do you see this long range? I should make it smaller. Do you see this range?
Yeah, that's where it all started at.
So the price actually spring it from this very point. But anyway, from this very point, it extended. So this range is important for me as well, because that's where the price is really like extended. But the initiatives started right over here. And we're seeing that there is somebody on a level 2. What they want to do, they want to buy. Are these people still from remains of some actions over here? Maybe. But this is the order block or a range that talks to me as the cofactor. Oliver, are you there? Okay. Anyway, so and this is why I may keep it. Now, there's maybe other factors that tells me, hey, be careful. I need to zoom in and see how close this MBO is sitting to the this order, large order sitting there to the execution. I need to see that. And I need to see the composition of the orders right there. The closer to the execution line, the better. If it composed, like, let's say, last night, it was like long time sitting there and like a lot of volume, but it was very small, teeny orders, like 3, 4, 5, maybe 10 maximum. And there's a bunch of them. It was about, the total volume was like about 220. Building out of these smalls. Those smalls, when they are all together making 220, it's much more factor for me than one like this guy. One large. No, I prefer if there's like a bunch of smalls sitting there, smalls. Okay, that means it's different participants. Maybe I guess it's a different participants. And there's a bunch of them. So if the crowd sitting there and decide, okay, we're gonna buy over here, like over here, then it's a better validation for me, and I need to rely on more people than on one that this guy will flip. If this one large guy like this one, probably hard for you guys to see, but if this one large guy will flip out, boom, I'm instantly gonna lose big chunk of the volume that I rely on, the price is gonna bounce. Guys, what I'm explaining, is that really hard to understand or not?
Actually, that's real easy to understand.
Yeah, and that was my main subject today. That's why I'm like super excited about what? I can give you a story because like a long time ago, there was a guy named Luther. That was his name. I mean, I don't know, he was a German or whatever. He was trading. He was trading crypto. Okay, crypto. And the Bitcoin was below 70. It's not yet reached like 50 or 70 per dollar thousand. It was really below yet. And what he was doing is, okay, look, he was sitting on some crypto, okay, and he was just like catching from the bottom and catching on the top. He was putting he put his orders way before and without any kind of like technical analysis. If the price will just like go far away, it usually returns, right? In any direction. So he was placing his orders way above and way below. And that was the only system that he made his money on. I was just like, how do you decide? How far do you put it from the price? It's just like, oh, just making like 3 times than average. Okay, let's say like whatever the average, whatever you took, take the larger, the further away from the price you put it, the better if the price will catch your order, the better is going to be in your favor. I was just like, this is brilliant, and this is so simple. Do you see, guys, where I'm coming now? The MBO and the heat map let us do the same strategy with a better precision and confidence. Because it's like, you don't think about how the price is going to reach down. You don't even think about it. The price will come down. The price will, I mean, maybe 2 hours later or maybe 4 hours later. You don't have to glue to the screen. You can put alarm somewhere, or you can go and find something closer to the price where the price is mingling, whatever. But the price somehow we're going to get there. And we don't have to decode any price actions, any ranges, anything. That's what the beauty of the MBO, okay? This is a real screen, okay? So now that's where the price is. So the guy was like fishing over here, and that's what we do. We're fishing like we see, but we're seeing the price level that is like guaranteed that somebody's sitting there. We're also seeing some imbalance zones. Yeah, it's helpful, absolutely. Okay. So anyway, I think I've kind of like unloaded a lot on you guys, and okay. So what do you guys think?
I think that was a wonderful presentation, and I wish everybody else was here tonight.
Yeah. I mean, my guess is that when people trade, they may be exhausted after the day, and maybe they have their own system.
Oh yeah, and it can also be beautiful out.
What you can do, Keith, if you write like any feedback, okay, that'd be very helpful, because I'm gonna put it maybe on a website, maybe other members will read it and appreciate it.
Yeah.
Whatever. It's really helpful to me, believe me, because people usually don't write the feedback until you tell them and until you pay them, by the way.
Yeah, it's hard enough to get a like on a video or something, but a lot of times people don't reply.
Yeah, I mean, if somebody can do it, or you, whatever, on simple, I mean, video, the simpler the better. Okay, nothing special.
Yeah.
The simpler the better. I know it. And you just express what you think about, and express it in the terminology that may strikes people. When people say, "Oh, that was good," nothing today attracts people to the word good, helpful. Like when you say like unbelievable. Because what you let me tell you, I mean, even if you are just the one person sitting right now, I'm telling you what I'm sharing with you, with all of you guys, whoever show up today, it's absolutely simple and can be tuned to the 100% win rate. And when you realize it and you follow the 10 simple rules that I have on this presentation, you can download it on our website. It's free. And you can do only this strategy. You don't have to think about anything else. That's it. That's what I'm telling myself. And that's what I'm practicing now on my live account and also on some funded accounts and stuff like that. It's simple. But of course, gaining experience and eyeballing the charts and seeing the schematics, like a few of them I shared today, it's actually very helpful. So that's why I'm
MBO
absolutely.
is really helpful. Because years ago I would look at a footprint chart, but you never knew for sure where it was going to stop at, right? And so you would get to where it looked like it was done moving, and you had your zeros, and then it would keep going, right? And so that was frustrating. But
But
this is a game changer.
yeah, the zeros needs to be not just the zeros, right? But if you're seeing the price completed its objective, and then you tie it to zone of the interest that you have in mind, then around this particular zone that you have in mind, by whatever reason you put it there, and if the zero is right there, then boom, that's a cofactor. It's not just a single one. But anyway, it plays the same things on the smaller time frame, even just like so. Anyway, it's just like wonderful. And imagine when I bought my first footprint from another person who were like selling it. I'm not gonna coin the name of that company because they exist now. I spent 2 years. Nobody explained me like what's the unfinished business. Just nobody. Not too many people understand how to use the volume indicators. Not too many people understand how to use MBO, like the system that I put it on the slides. Believe me, not too many. Just a few people practicing it. And unfortunately, Ninja platform is doing disservice because they when I seeing that Ninja platform main channel, most of their guests trading what price action. I'm like, what is the heck? Are you guys disservicing yourself? You have a platform to trade with the volumes, but looks like you betray yourself because the people whom you ask to make presentations trade price actions. You guys, I mean, like, you want everybody to switch to the trading view? Stupid, beyond my comprehension. Just like unexplainable. They're doing disservice because reason is because they themselves don't have enough experience and skills enough. Okay, and addition to that, there's not too many other people who actually understand the volume type of indicators and how to use them. But when you combine price action plus volume indicators, whatever MBO or whatever it is, Heatmap, whatever it is, that's where the best trader is born. I hear it again, again, again from many and many and many top traders on the planet. So what we're doing, we're breaking ice. We're in forward. We're on the tip of the spear. Okay, let's say we're breaking the ice, cutting edge strategies and mentality. That's what we're developing over here. Because with the time, you will come up with more strategies. With strategies that nobody on the planet even come up with. And I'm saying it with the confidence. Why? Because while we're right now working on the iceberg indicator, my team uncovered a few irregularities in quotes that no one yet described it as a consistency and patterns that exist between level 1, 2, and 3. And there's nobody even coin how to name it, what it is. But we already uncovered that. What's my point? My point is there is a lot of things on level 1, 2, and 3 that traders don't know in trading communities, don't know about new patterns and the new indicators that we can build or we can come up with that has never been in the nature. Nobody put them together yet at all. I mean, just like nobody.
you have really, really good programmers. And, so I've been on this system long enough to where I do a lot of tweaking and a lot of, trying different things. And the charts are really coming together.
Well, I love to hear it. Hmm.
Yeah. But what amazes me is that there's such a low number of people in here so far. And like, you would think this thing would just blow up and there'd be thousands like quickly. And but you're gonna get there. You're gonna get there. There's no way that you don't.
I'm not really craving for it because the less people, the more focused I can be.
Yeah.
And the more people, then more direction I need to go at the same time, and spread myself thin, But the time like this is giving me myself even the confidence that I know what I'm talking about, and I never thought that I'm gonna, yeah, I put a couple slides beforehand, like last night, but I kind of like I really enjoy talking with you and Oliver as well. I know Fortunate is right there. He's probably recording this whole thing. He is probably, yeah. So anyway, I think it was very useful for me, and I'm really thankful that you have those questions and clarifications. Thank you very much. So we'll see you next Monday. If you wanted to be here, then welcome.
Thank you for your time.
Okay, I appreciate it. Okay, I see the Fortunate is typing. Yeah. Fortunate, did you record that or not? If you are recording it, oh, you did. Oh, dude. Oh, so okay. Send me this recording if possible. I will just without any editing, I will upload them and let people enjoy, because there are some nuggets today that may help people to understand why I'm using more than just the MBO. Because many people ask me, why do you have this and that and this on the chart? Fortunate, thank you. If you've done it, I will really appreciate it. And by the way, Oliver, I'm so glad that he is now back from the hospital and he's joining us. And he was asking really good questions too. Yeah, many people have them in mind. So thank you, guys. Boom, baga boom. See you next time. Thank you.